Hi there, Z here, and it's finally happened, guys. It's finally happened. A smudge on decades long of good gaming. A legacy that's just been thrown into the trash. A game that sends not only basement-dwelling neckbeards, but also virgin casual gamers into a tizzy. A misstep that is certain to not only harm this generation of gamers, but generations afterwards. But who really cares what Blizzard's doing, because Bethesda just came out with Fallout 76, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, I have been waiting for this game to come out for a while. Not just because Bethesda has been one of my most favorite gaming companies to date, but because Todd Howard himself might as well have kicked puppies in the throat and slapped little old ladies around with how many people are pissed off about this game. But should people be pissed off about this game? Little bit they should. But how much should they be pissed off? I mean, for God's sakes, this man, it seems like he's the next Hitler, and I know that's thrown around on the internet a lot, I get that, but good God, people seem to hate this game. Now, how much hate should we give to it, according to one drunken, bearded man's opinion? Well, why don't you come join me as I figure that out? Because honestly, I'm going to try to piss off both sides here so I can be the lightning rod of hate. If I can be the lightning rod of hate and take some of the absolute contempt from the fan base away from my favorite gaming company and put it onto myself, I will be that lightning rod of hate. Oh yeah, I'll be that lightning rod of hate.
Lightning rod.
Now, before I get too far into this, let me just slap a disclosure right here and now. This review / breakdown / terrible excuse for a video will be completely and utterly biased. I bring this up in the attempt to feign integrity and overall make myself look like a legitimate member of the gaming community, but really, I just want to dial back on the comments stating that I'm a hypocrite because of X, Y, and Z, okay? Okay, so I love Fallout. I played Fallout 2 when I was younger, but since it wasn't Warcraft or Starcraft, I gave it a pass. But by the time Fallout New Vegas was released, I was in love with this company. I loved how they were just so interesting and how they seemed like they cared about their customers, and when they started allowing people to make mods for their games, I knew that they were about us. Of course, that was before Creation Club, but I'm just going to ignore that since it goes against everything I just said. But the skinny of this entire thing is I am what you would call a fanboy in the loosest fucking terms, because I cannot stand that word. So after I watched Bethesda's E3 conference, all I could think about was Fallout 76. A multiplayer Bethesda online game? Well, I'll be dipped. I wonder if they can even do a multiplayer game surrounding a popular IP that they have. Well, you know, do it competently, at least. But as soon as I started doing more research, I noticed the term survival game being thrown around in many forums, and honestly, I mean, after I dug through the multiple death threats to Bethesda and some, colorful racial posts, I was really excited about this game. You guys know me, I love me some survival games, and I might have mentioned this before, but I also love Bethesda. So honestly, in my mind, it's like if Todd Howard met up with Bear Grylls and they fucked each other raw, and one of them impregnated the other one, and I'm realizing that I'm shipping here, and that's the gayest thing I've ever done on this channel. So forget I even said that. We're moving on, okay? I'm gonna edit this. I'm fucking editing. There's no way. This is embarrassing as hell. Lots of people claimed it was going to be a base building survival game, which obviously brought up games like Rust and Ark and, well, those are really the two popular ones, but you get what I'm trying to say. And it was at that day I realized a human penis can be erect for more than 24 hours, only driven by pure happiness. Don't listen to what the doctors tell you. They're gonna try to give you a blue pill, but that's how the Illuminati starts their mind control. You come here with Zach here. Zach will tell you the right way. Zach knows the back government deals. But was my initial hype overdone? I mean, the internet has not only ripped this game a new asshole, but an asshole within an asshole. So I guess the best place to start is from the beginning, right? From the beginning, you are told that you were late to leave Vault 76 and recolonize the wasteland because you drank too much the previous night, which obviously Bethesda knows how to make their games relatable to people like me, so good job. And you wake up to create your character. And while this is very similar to the other Elder Scrolls game and the Fallout games, there is one thing that makes this experience unique and just absolutely enthralling. You know, in most games, there's this fascinating and fantastical design program called Push to Talk, or as I like to call it, P2T because I'm a real gamer. What up, gamers rise up. And it's a feature in not only video games, but also communication programs and hardware devices because one reason and one reason only. So I don't have to hear you arguing with your wife or your girlfriend or your mom or talking to the 13 people in your fucking Twitch stream or...
But it's time to get up and get out there. We've been locked away long enough.
Singing religious songs? That's a new one. I'll give you that one. What the absolute fuck, Bethesda? What part of you thought, well, this is a good idea. Yeah, we just gotta make sure that they have no way of muting themselves so we can hear everything that they're saying. That's what me and the NSA, that's what we want. We want that as gamers. We just want to hear what everything that you're doing. Yeah, because hearing a man jerking off to hentai porn in an abandoned house really brings me into the Fallout world. Just fantastic. And that's not it. Fine. Okay, I have a mute button on my microphone. I understand. I got it. I could do the work on my end, the work that you decided that you couldn't be fucked to do. But a man that's all the way on the opposite side of the vault who's singing these religious hymns it's like he's right behind me.
You have been tasked with nothing less than the rebuilding of America. Such a huge responsibility.
There's no reason that his voice can carry that much. There's no reason his voice should carry that much when we're in the same fucking area. I don't want to hear a man talking to another man about the sports game the last night from a half a mile away. That's just really leaving it up to people blasting obnoxious Cotton Eye Joe music and running around the fucking wasteland. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's just, what? Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. I'm receiving something while I was recording and or writing this. They did an update and they added push to talk. So, excuse me. Why the fucking fuck was this in the script? Okay, so after listening to every single religious song this man had to sing while, I don't know, he was doing his laundry or something, he wouldn't respond to me, you finally are able to leave the vault to see a fairly expansive and beautiful scenery. Yeah, I won't lie, this is what Fallout does best, making the world not only look never-ending, but just wanting to get out there and start your own adventure. It's the same feeling I got from any other Fallout game. But guess what? It quickly starts fading when you run into the world, and for the first 20 minutes, all you do are fighting midget robots and killing cats and cooking them over an open fireplace and then eating their sweet, delicious meat. I get it, Bethesda, okay? I get it. You found my personal journal and you're playing out my inner fantasies. I get it. We all have our kinks. I'm not ashamed of what I am, but what you should have done is spent less time picking on Zach and a little bit more time crafting a better game. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking out for you. And I'm sure some of you would like to know what your driving motivation is to venturing out into this strange and hostile world, right? Like Fallout 3, you gotta go find your dad. Fallout 4, you gotta go find your son. New Vegas, you gotta go find the man who shot you in the head. So what do you have to find in Fallout 76? The Overseer of the Vault. Why? Why? I honestly don't know. I have no idea. I have a running guess. I have a theory going on here that I'm trying to piece together. That you know, in the vault, you guys were in there for a long time, and one day you walked in on her and she was undressing, and from then on, you had a mentally unhealthy relationship towards you, and are now picking up holotape after holotape, going from city to city trying to find her, because even after the post-apocalypse, you won't let her get away. She's gonna be yours. She will take your seed and brood your children, and you guys will make an army that will make New California even terrified of you. Yeah, sorry, I have no evidence of this at all. We'll just chalk this up to the game's got to have a plot, so we'll just move on from there. And while trudging around the wasteland, learning about cooking and building and repairing and pretty much everything that you've learned in Fallout 4, you notice a certain emptiness. Yes, from the very beginning, we were told that there would be no NPCs out here to talk to, and it just gives you more incentive to talk to the actual humans. Now, whether you find that a good idea or not, that's up for debate. It definitely makes your adventuring seem a bit more stiff, hollow, empty, whatever synonyms are out there for boring. I mean, yes, every so often you run into a gang of super mutants or ghouls or this new type of enemy called the Scorch, which are, they're pretty much ghouls who can talk a little bit better, are dyed red, and can shoot a gun. And after you kill them all and you steal everything off their body, you keep going on your merry way and just pray that you find another group, because it gets incredibly boring. And now that I'm thinking about it, by the way, leave comments down below. I don't know if I'm wrong here, but the game's stamina is it feels like shit. I have no idea if it's just been like, oh, it's always been like this and you just haven't played a Fallout game in a long time, but you lose your stamina quicker than I lose my stamina. And I am not a man who's known for his stamina. So I don't know what the hell's going on here. It's not a big deal, I guess. It really doesn't matter. All I'm saying is if I have more stamina than the hero of the wasteland, this game's fucked. You're already screwed. And if you enjoy reading documents and listening to holotapes and the regular games, whoo boy, you are going to be in heaven, because that's all you get for human interaction besides some 9-year-old teabagging your corpse after he snipes you in the head. And I'm only being 40% facetious here, because all the voice acting and dialogue was actually pretty good. Decent to good, I should say. But it's all very interesting. Like, all the shit that I want from a holotape or a document is in this game. But guess what? In the previous games, I also had people I was talking to. I had NPCs I was talking to and creating relationships with. And this is just the holotapes. In my opinion, holotapes and documents are just the sprinkling on top of the sundae. You can't just have a handful of toppings of sprinkles and then count that as a sundae. No, you need the bananas, you need the ice cream, you need the chocolate syrup, you need the busboy spit. I know you guys fucking spit in my sundae. I already bought it, I will eat it, but just tell me you spit in it and tell me if you have HIV, for fuck's sake. So you guys know the deal. Go to the first few cities and do whatever you're supposed to do to follow along with the main quest. But then, ooh, well, that looks fun. Ooh, what's over there? That's interesting. A monster needs killing, you say. Yeah, the side quests start kicking in and the distractions start leading you further and further away from what you were initially trying to do. But unlike most other games where they win you over with an interesting idea, or someone needs your help and they're on the brink of tears and please, for the love of God, just help me. This game, they just throw it on you. They just give you side quests forcibly. That's right, you heard it here, folks. Fallout 76 rapes you with unconsented side quests. Hashtag me too, Bethesda. These are called events, and they're just alright. They're a good way of stocking up on materials and ammunitions and everything that you need further on in the game. You pretty much go on your merry little way, and as soon as you get within the area of the event, something pops up telling you you are now in an event area, and you must survive the event to get some loot. And sometimes it's defend this many waves, or escort this unit from here to over here, or kill this massive monster, stuff like that. And it's fine, it's good, it's a little distraction at first that you can go to if you don't want to do anything, but you're a fucking gamer, so of course you're gonna do it. You're competitive as hell, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna be like, the game's gonna be like, oh, you can do this if you want. I know you're on a quest right now, but you're like, no, fuck you, Fallout 76. No, you want me to kill a monster, piss on the bones, and sell it to a robot? I'll fucking do that. I'll fucking do that twice, and I'll show you who's the pussy here. Then the quests start piling up, and soon the top right of your screen looks like the Genesis passage from the Bible, and you wondered where the hell you got all these things. But I mentioned before, it is also a base building game. A lot like Rust, you may be thinking. So how is the base building? And while we're on the subject, how's that sweet PvP action? Not a clue. Well, that's not completely true. I'm lying to you a little bit there. The building is exactly what you did in Fallout 4. You put down your device, you start building shit, you loot random houses to get blueprints to build other stuff, you defend from AI attacks by putting down turrets, and Yeah, I mean, it's the same exact thing, really, except you build for your own house instead of helping other villages with their houses. As for the PvP, though, I have no fucking clue. I have no first-hand opinion on the PvP. I tried to fight plenty of people, but all they did was run away. Hell, one time I laid down 3 frag mines at some idiot who was looking at a computer. He got off the computer, I heard beep, 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 boom, 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 and he walked out of the room with only 1/5 of his health gone. I don't understand what happened, so I had to do more research. And I realized that, yeah, sure, you could kill somebody who doesn't want to fight, but it's literally loads easier if they initiate on you or they fight back. You shoot them once, if they shoot you back, boom, it's on. Equal damage, let's get going. But if you don't attack them, it is a significant amount of damage that they don't take hardly any damage whatsoever. It's hard for me to explain it. All I can tell you is that I saw a YouTube video where a level 32 was shooting at a level 5, and it was like a bee stinging her. So, technically, if they don't want to fight back at you, but you pump them so full of bullets that you can use their dick as a number 2 pencil, you can kill them. Guess what? You'll be labeled a murderer and everyone can come back and get their revenge on you. So, I don't know. To be honest, it depends on the kind of person that you are. I won't lie. Playing Rust and dying 14 times just trying to build a simple 2x2 base with a lock and wooden doors and shit like that, but dying every 2 seconds because people want to fucking kill you, yeah, it's annoying. But at the same time, if you're a competitive person like I am, it's like, well, that takes the whole fun out of it. So after stating absolutely everything I said, and keep in mind there's plenty more to look through, so I might do a part 2 of this later on if I find anything else more interesting to share with you guys. But did this game deserve so much hate from the internet denizens? No. But that's just my opinion. Some people may know by now that I can't fucking stand what Blizzard's doing to Diablo or how they're reacting to any of this, but some may find it quite alright and they're excited to see a Diablo come to the mobile market. I call them wrong, backward savages and a disgrace to the PC master race, but different opinions, you know? And here's my reasoning why I think this, because behind all the dumb stuff I mentioned, and even more dumb stuff I didn't mention, there's plenty of decent stuff that reminds me that this is a Fallout game. They have the iconic enemies to fight against, the beautiful scenery around a massive map, a solid voice acting for the holotapes and well-written dialogue, and the super lag when you go into a city. Well, not everything carried over from the previous games is good, but you kind of see what I'm saying. You know, there's also discovering new things, like you see a dog corpse, and then you see a man corpse, and you see a gun in the skeleton man's hand, and a little note saying, I couldn't see him go through the pain or anything else like that, and you're like, oh, that's a nice little tiny thing that you did there. That was neat. You know, you had to kill the dog because you didn't want the dog to suffer. Okay, see? Stuff like that is still in this game, but you just have to find it. But if you just want another Fallout game, guess what? You got it. Welcome to the land of mediocrity, where the developers don't do anything new besides add a map and add new things to kill. The player-unknown marketing scheme, some may say. For people like me and other quote-unquote fanboys, fuck, I hate that word, it is good enough. Do I think it is good subjectively? No, I don't really. Do I think it should have been priced at a full $60 fucking with an out-of-date engine, no solid plot, story, or interesting characters besides the one kid who rees around the entire map? No, I don't. Sorry, Bethesda, but if you wanted extra money, an expansion pack for Fallout 4 would have been the way to go. I know, those microtransactions look tempting, and the first thing you want to do is to grab the most popular IP you have and trick it out for every nickel and dime possible, but guess what? That's going to cannibalize your fan base. And for those of you on the very opposite side, and they say it's the worst thing since E.T. for the Atari 2600, it really isn't, okay? It really isn't. I realize hating something to get views online is definitely fun to do, and as a man who loves drama himself, I will agree. It is a fun thing to see someone tear apart a bad idea brick by brick. But for those of you who just want to see a game, to play a game, something that makes you forget about the terrible things in your life, to help ease the stress of being a student, an adult, or just kill some time in your golden ages, this game might be for you. Take this review for what it is. A biased man trying to be the small mouse-sized voice of opposition in a game that's at best a solid 6 out of 10. That's best. You can't get me any higher unless there's something really interesting that I find later on in the game. And since this seriousness has slowly gone into anger, here's a funny few pictures of Todd Howard. They're most likely insulting, but I found them funny. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone, and I hope to see you at the next video.